Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound and welcome back to the Dupe Detective series. Haven't done one in a little while. This week I'm going to be revisiting my pale pink polishes. So I first did pale pinks very early on in this series of videos, but since then I have had two more come into my collection, so I wanted to have a look at them again and see if I needed to keep them all. So the Trust Fund Beauty and the OPI survived my last destash from my pale pinks, and the Barry M polish and the Black Heart Beauty are new to my collection since that original video. Let's start off with the Barry M. It is called Candy Floss. It was sent to me by them for nail art on Instagram, and it is part of their Jelly High Shine range and was released earlier this year. It's extremely pale and I thought this was going to be quite a difficult formula to work with, but actually it is a really good polish. So you can see from the first coat here that it goes on very smoothly, very easily indeed, very easy to work with for such a pale polish. It isn't opaque in the first coat, but on the second coat it is opaque. It's very pretty, very shiny. So next we have got Bubble Bath by Black Heart Beauty, and this one was kindly sent to me from Debbie of Sister Chic, and I don't have many of this brand, and this is a lovely polish. I have used it in some nail art already. I know some people have got a bit of a love-hate thing going on with these bottles. I quite like them, apart from the fact that they don't easily fit into my shelves. This is it going on in the first coat. It goes on fairly easily. It's a little bit streaky and it doesn't self-level as well as some polishes, but it isn't too bad. This is it on the second coat, which evens it out nicely, and it is fully opaque after two coats. Then we have Trust Fund Beauty's Do You Know Who My Father Is, and this one was gifted to me by Claire Gray. It's a very pretty polish, and it was the one that she gave to me so that I could finally get rid of Essie's Fiji, as it was very close to that in colour. So this is the first coat of Trust Fund Beauty's Do You Know Who My Father Is, and you can see it's got a lovely formula. It's a tiny bit streaky on that first coat and I did overwork it a little bit, but it does go on fairly well, and that streakiness is covered and it evens out beautifully on the second coat. Final comparison for today is OPI's Mod About You, and this has got a slightly bluer tinge to it. It's quite an old polish now, one of the original OPIs that I purchased. So here's the first coat, and as you can see it is a little bit more difficult to work with, has a bit of a chalky formula to it, not as bad as some, but not as easy to work with as the other polishes. This is the second coat and it does even it out quite nicely, and it is also very shiny. So I did a little clean up off camera and also put on a top coat onto all of these polishes, and they are a little bit different, but I'm not sure that I need them all, as pale pink is not a colour that I wear very often. So here you can see from left to right, my index finger is OPI's Mod About You. You can clearly see that this one is a slightly brighter pink with a bit more of a blue tone to it. Then we've got next to that my middle finger, which is the Trust Fund Beauty Do You Know Who My Father Is. Next to that we've got my ring finger, which is the Black Heart Beauty polish, and then finally on the right hand side you've got my little finger, which is the Barry M. So you can see from this picture that they aren't dupes for each other. So I've decided that I'm going to keep the Barry M Jelly High Shine and the Trust Fund Beauty polishes. I like these two best against my skin tone. The Black Heart Beauty is a little bit more peachy in colour, doesn't suit me quite as well. And Mod About You, I've had that in my nail polish collection for ages and I've not worn it in many years, so I'm going to pass this one along to somebody else who might use it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.